For my understanding, East Asia, the peace in East Asia will be guaranteed by two factors. First, and the nuclear weapons. You can find that even North Korea possesses that limited nuclear capability, a very primitive nuclear equipment. U.S. gave up the idea to attack North Korea with a military force. That illustrates a theory. As long as two countries possess nuclear weapons, and no matter how primitive it is, and these countries will not fall into large-scale war. When not India possess nuclear weapons, and Pakistan followed the Indians' suit, and people worry about that. They said, no, this is dangerous. And why? They said, because they are not superpowers, not like the US and the Soviet Union. They are not as rational as the superpowers. And the history tells us they are exactly the same rational as the superpowers when they possess nuclear weapons. Since these two countries possess nuclear capabilities, and the military conflicts between these two countries dramatically decline, the war and between the two countries becomes less and less possible. So, I mean that nuclear weapons can guarantee the general security in this region. Second factor is a mutual balance between the US and China. Actually, the peace for East Asia since 1991, mainly, that's my view, based on the bipolar configuration for this region. Not globally. Today we're talking about the bipolarization. It's about global configuration. But for regional configuration, it's different. Middle East, multipolar configuration. In Africa, multipolar configuration. But if you go to the Latin America, that's unipolar. And Brazil dominates that region. For East Asia, actually, for a long time, having a bipolar configuration for this region between China and the US. Just nowadays becomes more and more obvious. So this bipolar, I mean, in terms of a military, not in economy. Economy, Japan was the number one country in this region in the 1990s. China economically surpassed Japan is moving into the 21st century, not the later 20th century. So I mean that this bipolar configuring East Asia in terms of military. This military bipolar configuration guaranteed neither China nor the US dare to initiate a war in this region. That's why we cannot, we enjoyed this longer peace. But in the Europe, it's the opposite. And the balance between NATO and US and Russia totally changed. The balance disappeared, and then what? And Russia becomes weaker and weaker. The balance was broken, and then they experienced 3 wars. And in this region, it's just opposite. The military gap between China and the US is decreasing rather than increasing. So I think the more balance militarily between these two countries, and it's safer this country from military clashes.